of YouTube. You're not tuning in Star General TV, aka Mr. Vagabond himself. You feel me? And today we got a lovely panel here. We brought back Joel in the building. You feel me? He's back again for another one. And we brought some friends. You feel me? So we're gonna go around. We're gonna introduce ourselves. You feel me? Don't be nervous. Go ahead. You wanna go first?
Okay. Hey everybody, this is Jasmine.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm Emily.
That,
Y'all heard Joelito, okay? I'm Dallas, nice to meet you.
and you know Joel in the building.
Hi guys, yours truly here.
Alright, and today we have a special topic. It's gonna be the dating crisis of Gen Z. And it's gonna get a little spicy. Because we're gonna talk about the good and the ugly. Be real. A lot of tears might be shed on this table right here. You know, friendships might be broken right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. You feel me? All right. So, how do you guys feel like? How can I say this? How do you guys feel about the dating crisis of Gen Z?
Thank God it's not me. Yeah. But
Hey, yes or enough like that?
well, yeah, no, because it's just it's so complicated. It's so I feel like it's even more complicated, and it doesn't really have to be.
That's right. I agree. I feel like, I don't know, less is more. It really can be that simple. It doesn't have to be that complicated.
We can honestly just go off of what Star said, that everyone's having like these like unrealistic expectations about things, and then it's just like not everybody's gonna check off all the boxes. And then I feel like people are just adding all these extra boxes that don't even need to be there.
Right.
Like, calm down. It's not that serious.
Right, no,
Hey,
seriously.
she come with straight heat.
Yeah, and I like that. Because it's true, at the
Straight
end of the day, like, if you guys have the same morals, values, and standards, then that'll make it work, you know? Personality keeps you interested. You have to be attracted to the person that you're talking to or dealing with physically, yeah, but like, morals, values, and standards matter. Like, you gotta pray the same. Y'all both gotta have incomes together. You know?
I feel you, but
You got me thinking.
but when I
Go
when I
ahead,
ask the
Star.
question of like the dating crisis of Gen Z, I'm more talking about like how like we're like from this is particularly to my generation is more focused on how we're dating, how we're interacting with each other, and how we view each other in the like dating market. And I feel like like there like Emily said, there's a lot of high expectations, and I feel like there's like
Can I just say,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
first off, I kind of feel like dating apps have taken this world by storm. So for me, in my generation, growing up, dating apps were not a thing. Communication and meeting people genuinely and authentically is not happening anymore. You're trying to connect with somebody through an app without seeing how they are face to face.
Right, experiencing
How
firsthand.
can you really have a genuine connection with somebody based off of that? And I feel like that's kind of like what everyone is focused on. Gen Z, millennials, even now, because that's what it is.
I
So
feel
how
like-
do we?
I feel like they make it I feel like some dating apps make it easier because like you can tell if they're putting enough effort in. Like if I'm taught this, not anymore obviously, but back then when I was talking to somebody and they're like, hi, this and that, like if they did not put any effort into the conversation, goodbye.
Yeah.
Like that's it. I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. So for me, it's easier to filter out the people that don't put any effort into anything. So I have the mixed.
Yeah, I feel you on
I have
that.
a mixed
I feel
feeling.
you on that.
I have a mixed feeling about dating apps.
I definitely see it from
because
that
then means,
standpoint too.
Like if someone's not like giving that effort, that means they're not interested.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So why am I gonna be interested in someone that is not interested in me? Like goodbye.
But
Keep it moving.
I think it's deeper than that. Like, you have girls that have higher expectations now.
Good.
Yeah, it is a good
Which
thing.
is which
Like,
is
just be stable. A female
I mean-
is really just looking for somebody who's stable, right? Like she's gonna
I mean-
be stable herself.
You say that, right? And I agree. That's how it's
You
supposed to
have to have a
be.
female that's going for her own, right?
Yes.
Just it's for the God forbid. Like if I'm bad, I know you got me. If you're bad, you know I got you. Type thing. Gotta be equal, give and
Definitely,
take.
but that's not how it is in this generation now. Now it's
So
more,
how is
more
it
so.
then?
How
It's
is it?
more. s-
Yeah, I think that's the
Is-
breakdown that I need.
is-
How is it? Because it doesn't make sense.
I feel like it goes both ways. I feel like and it goes male or female. So
Mm.
like, I'm gonna say female first. So there's a lot of females that do want, that have a list of like expectations of what they want.
Mm.
But then there's a lot of other females that are just out here like living their best life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same thing with males. Males are out here that they're looking for a female this type of way. But then there's also males that are just like, I'm not trying to get in a relationship. I'm trying to have fun. I don't want any kids. I don't want anything. You know what I mean? So I feel like it goes both ways in both male and female.
I think so too, but here's the problem. I
Do
feel
you feel
like
like your generation is more honest about those kinds of things, or do they?
no, I wouldn't say they're more honest. I feel like they're more, how can I say, separated in a way, because like we have like different fractions of like in social media, such as the red pill community and the blue pill community, where like it's causing a division on like how we date and how we view like female.
So
like-
what's red pill and what's blue pill?
Yeah,
pretty
because
much, pretty
I
much.
don't, because
Alright.
we're not in the
I don't know
generation,
that
so I'm just
term.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
So pretty much the red pill is like guys going their own way, not following the like social norms, like
Their
you know how can
upbringing,
like
how they were raised.
getting like married and stuff like that,
Okay.
because it's like they feel like as if it's a trap, like they get divorced and like females are looking for their resources in a way,
I know a lot of
like
people
focus
like
on
that.
more,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I
to focus
You
more
can
on
also
yourself.
get a prenup though too, right? You don't
Absolutely.
That's
have
what I
to-
said.
Right, like I said, that's what is important at the end of the day. Like, regardless of difference of generations or whatever, there's still staple foundations. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, would you rather date a female that's working or not working?
I mean, obviously we want to date a female that's working,
Right, so, who
she
has her
can,
own means of getting things.
of course,
You know,
and I'm all for that.
and if let's say you're down bad tomorrow, wouldn't you
Yeah.
want that female to also back you?
Of course, it's not in terms that we don't want a female to back you. It's like ever since the pandemic, more females have been like more like independent,
Right.
which is like a good thing, good for them. You feel me?
Yeah.
However, though,
Get them dope.
however though, like
Not about
they want like to be more modern and still want to have like old-fashioned ways at the same time, which is causing like a friction, you know. So it's like
I could see how that
they're
could be a
like they're not
problem.
being they're not being realistic, and then you have the guys like they're now seeing things for what it is, and they just not taking it no more. So they're like have higher standards as well, trying to match them
But
up.
I feel like guys always put this guideline or have this high standard for females.
Not necessarily.
I feel like there's a lot of males out there that want a certain girl to be a certain way and control their lives and control what they want to do in their lives, and there's a lot of them there. I'm not saying
Absolutely.
you are or I am or if or any other guy is, but I'm just saying there are people like that out there. So then that's where it comes, where, like you said, the friction, where you have these females that's why they set these high standards. Then you have these males that also set high standards. You know what I mean? Because there's also females that want to control what their husbands do,
Pretty much.
or their boyfriend, or whatever they are, whatever you guys do. And it's like a three-way.
But my
You know what I mean?
but my point like on like having unrealistic like views, like I'm talking about like you have like nowadays in the Gen Z, everybody's fighting for that like top 1%, and it's unrealistic. Nobody not like is gonna have all of that. Like all the females out there are competing against each other to have 1% of that makes that amount of money in this generation, like, you know, which is like kind of killing their options. That and you have like guys seeing it for like I said, for what it is. Like they see that girls are just like nowadays are dating them for their resources, so they're trying to just like.
Okay, now I definitely
another way.
understand what you're trying to
You have to
say
use
now.
Okay.
discernment.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now I know what you're saying.
Yeah, because
Right.
what you're trying to say is
you guys.
We're
know.
confused.
I'm not-
yeah,
we're
I'm not-
confused. So
No,
I'm
no,
listening.
I'm gonna explain this. So
Yeah,
basically,
because
what he's trying
honestly
to
speaking, this is like not something I feel like.
We're not getting it.
so
Yeah,
then
damn it.
what he's
What do you
trying to
think?
say is basically like oh my god, now I lost my train of thought. But what he's trying to say is when he says a lot of guys right now are seeing it the way it is just that they are a lot of females right now that are going after these guys just for what they have. You know what I mean? Or what are you giving me?
So we're talking about
What are you giving me?
material things.
Yeah, so like let's say I'm gonna get married to someone, right? Because it still happens in the LGBTQ community as well.
Right.
That there's a lot of people that hook up with other people or get married to other people just for their resources.
Really?
So that, exactly.
Well, it makes
I
sense. I'm
didn't
not
know
surprised.
This. My brother actually educated me on this,
Oh wow.
and I didn't know because of certain reasons. But what he was trying to say was that it's just that let's say there's a good man there, then I'm here. Let's say I could be working, but I'm working like a regular job. Let's say I'm working as a bartender, right?
Mhm.
And then, which is an easy place to find guys, right? And maybe guys with money. So nowadays, girls are just like, okay, you want something from me. What am I gonna get from you? And that's what I feel like a lot of guys
Exactly.
don't understand.
Oh.
Hold up, I'm not done. And that's what I feel like a lot of guys do not understand, that you're trying to get something off this female. You're trying to get something off of them, right? So you're mad or you want to feel some type of way because they're telling you, what are you going to give me in return? I got bills to pay. You know what I mean? Get me a new bag. I got to pay my car bill. I got to pay my insurance. The light bill's due tomorrow. What you giving me? But you want to go in between my legs. No.
Yeah.
We
No,
not
like-
gonna-
I mean,
Mm-mm,
Wow.
get it?
it's. Go ahead.
No,
I
no,
feel
no.
like it's like I'm not talking about in that term. I'm talking about in like I'm talking about like in terms of income, and like height wise, like
Like physical?
yeah, physical. Like they have all these unrealistic standards. Like you have to be like over 6 feet tall, make
But there are
Six
guys like
figures.
that in the world.
make
With
6
blue
figures.
eyes or brown. Oh my God.
But that's what the girls like. But that's what the girls want nowadays. Like you know.
So
Like,
I
no.
Good night.
Oh, like they want 6 figures.
Oh my God. Good night.
They want like a person that makes 6 figures. They want a guy that's like at least 6 feet tall. Like
I don't know. I think like, come on. If
But isn't it safe to say though that everybody has a preference here or
Right.
there?
That's
Like,
what-
But there's a
no
difference.
matter what age gap you
Right.
fall in, you like what you like. I
That's
don't think
right.
that's
Exactly.
kind of
There's
fair
always
And your
to-
that
upbringing
dream guy
matter.
or that dream
Right.
girl that
Your
you
upbringing
would like to
matter.
have.
I
So
think it's more is deeper than just preferences. Is it? Oh wow, that's me.
I think what it is we're fucking confused. We are.
So
we're
what are you
we're
confused about?
Because you're telling me
Mhm.
about girls trying to be that top 1% of I don't even know what that 1% is, to be
No,
honest.
no. The girls want guys that are part of the
And-
top 1%
okay, like
in the
have
tax
everything.
Like
bracket.
have
Like-
everything.
Yeah, in the
and
tax
then,
bracket, money.
Oh, you're talking about, like,
height,
financially.
financially, physically.
So
like
that's what a
everything.
girl that's supposedly what a girl is going after is
Yeah, pretty
that
much.
top. So then, like, what's the problem?
Well, the problem.
That's right there. What's the
Yeah.
problem?
The problem.
What's
I'm gonna tell
Oh
you.
my God.
I'm gonna tell you.
Listen, I would rather definitely. Oh shit.
Go ahead. Oh, dude.
That I would rather. What girl doesn't want
I
somebody
mean-
who's taking care of what they gotta take care of, and they can take care of you?
I mean,
that's what I was trying to
that's fair enough.
say before too. Like,
I'm-
if a female got herself, she got you too. Definitely. You know
No,
what
I'm not, and I agree with that. But here's the thing, though. I'm not saying there's a problem for you guys to have your preferences. It seems like it's a problem when guys start to have their own preferences now. Now, when they want
Why?
them to, that's what the girls out here don't like that. They don't like when the
Well,
guys
that-
start to
but
have
You're
their own
able to
preferences.
have your
No, I don't-
preferences the same way girls are able to have their preferences.
No, not
If-
like
if you're-
not
if-
the same
if-
way.
It depends on your character at that point. Because if you like, oh, I want, I
Like
don't know.
rude with it.
Yeah.
Like rude with it and like nasty with
Or
it.
you're
And that's
looking,
different.
if you're looking
A
at,
sore loser when you don't reciprocate what they're
Right.
trying to throw out there. When you have a man that's trying to shoot his shot and he gets turned down,
Down.
then it's a problem.
Because he gets his
They
feelings
want to
hurt.
call you all
That-
sorts of bitches and hoes and
That's
this
not
and you
enough.
ain't
That's
shit
not
and blah blah
enough.
blah blah blah.
Exactly.
Right.
And that is not attractive. Fellas, take the L with some dignity.
Right.
Okay? Because it's not cute. It's not cute and it's gonna make you look bad.
And it'll probably,
But-
you'll
but-
probably
Period.
The female will probably be more interested after you take that L and just walk away and be like, all right, maybe.
But
they'll
here's
just
the
be like,
problem,
"Oh,
though.
maybe
Respectful.
But-
Right.
Being respectful.
But here's the problem.
Right.
You know, maybe let's give him a chance.
Right.
There are some females like that. Some females are just like backing on up, like.
Right.
But here's the problem,
Exactly.
though. The problem is like when the guys come onto the scene, right? They like it's become such a problem. Guys don't even like, how can I say, approach girls anymore. Anyways, I feel like which add to why they're like not dating as
Oh.
much.
You have
out.
to put yourself out there.
I mean, obviously,
know?
you gotta put yourself out there,
You know?
but like,
And it
It's
can be
the girls that
50-50,
complain
but
the
would you
most.
rather go home and be like, damn, I didn't say shit to her? Or would you rather be like, okay, I went up to her at least and got the
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
No.
You gotta
Would you
have the
rather let her
confidence.
pass you by? Because that could be your future.
no, there's not like they gonna.
You rather be like, I don't know. You know?
No, it's not like this is
Even
gonna
if
be
you
their
go home
future.
later and add or like message like, yo, I think I saw you, at least say something. If that's something that you feel like, oh, I should have let it pass me by. You know?
I mean, not every girl necessarily think that way. I mean, nowadays, like certain,
No,
like you could
guys
approach
do.
you could approach a girl and you can try holler at her, and then guys have done that before,
Right.
and they get punished by it. But from the Me Too movement and everything like that, so like it kind of killed like chivalry right now. My thing is like
I feel
it's
like
not
that
it's
is
not
reaching though. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
because
think
it's
it's
50
the
reaching.
Me Too movement,
I don't
like
think
just
it's
from
reaching, though.
approaching somebody,
I-
like,
come
oh,
on.
I
I
think
think it's
you
reaching,
look
though.
nice. Oh my God, me too. Me
Yeah,
like that's
even if you
reaching.
don't, that's
I don't
what I
think
was
it's
trying to say
reaching,
before
though.
too. Even if you don't have the confidence, let's say to go in person, social media's the thing. You can message that person later. And be
Yeah,
like,
of
"Oh, I
course,
saw
you can
look
message
so
them
nice."
easily.
Yeah, but what? Okay, but wait.
Oh, yeah,
How
it's
if a
like-
guy does that,
Mhm.
but then the girl's like, what a creep, because girls do that as well. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're just like, yo, he literally found me on Instagram, or
That's fucking
Like,
creepy.
you know
How
what
did
I
he
mean?
find me? Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I-
So it's like
I-
everything is very hard because now I have
Like
a
from a guy's perspective,
it's
like,
hard, but
harder
then
for
now I
guys
have a
than for
question.
girls.
Now I
Yeah.
have a question.
Go for
ready?
it.
How about when a girl now approaches a guy? How does the guy react?
I feel
It's
like
way easier
Let's-
for the girls.
Wait, let's hear the girl's reply.
I
Right.
think that they should. I think that girls should be a little bit more assertive if they see a guy. And because honestly, like Star was saying, like guys don't even want to try anymore because as soon as they go up to a girl and they're like, ew, like get away from me. But
Yeah.
you
Yeah, but
know,
sometimes they're very drunk because usually it's when you go out.
Come
and
on now,
it's
I
just
feel like
what
just
is
be a
this now?
gentleman about
your
it,
breath
right?
smell,
Yeah.
back it on
Right.
up. You
Just
know what
be
I
a
mean?
gentleman.
Nah,
If you
come
are
on,
gonna
come on. There's
approach a
nothing like
female,
that.
just be a
Say no.
gentleman about it.
yeah.
Be a gentleman.
Say
Don't
no.
be on no slappy,
Damn, they saying don't be coming hollering at them.
But
with
I
your
think
breast
girls
thinking.
should
That's crazy.
definitely go up to guys
Wildin'.
more. I
They
think so
wildin'.
because
If you see something you like,
then
go
go
up to
for it. Because I've had friends that are like, I'm talking to this guy and he hasn't asked me out on a date yet, and this, and I'm like, so why don't you ask him to go out on a date?
You know
Like,
what's the problem with that too? Sometimes girls think they're leaving hints, but they're really not leaving no hints
okay,
at all.
but that's but,
And it's like-
but
like-
that's what I'm saying. I feel like
like-
girls
Yeah.
need to be a little bit more direct sometimes because
Oh, yeah.
you know, like it's sad to say, you know, probably chivalry's dead at that point. But like, if it really is dead, then why don't you just go ahead and just go for it? Because guys have been taking L's for a long
But they
time. So
afraid,
what's
though.
the what?
Some
But
of
for
them are-
what? What's the
afraid
big
to
deal?
get-
They say no. Okay, so no.
See
You're
something,
about to
Yeah, but
say,
that's
and I'm literally
can't
gonna
handle
say,
that. They can't
I'm
handle
literally
that.
about to say maybe too, because for me, I've always been afraid to approach a man because
If he says
I
no, right?
just exactly.
You
I
see?
don't look forward to rejection. Like,
Nobody
I'm a very
does.
sensitive
Yeah,
person.
but then it's also it might be that what does this man want when I approach him?
If I see
You
a
know
guy
what I
like,
mean?
I'm
Like-
just smiling like a motherfucker.
I mean-
Do you guys know what I'm trying to say? Like for example, like
But rejection for me would automatically mean, for me in my head, like I'm not pretty enough, or I'm not built the right way, or
No.
whatever. I wouldn't
No,
be
don't ever
thinking.
But that's how they
Don't ever
think.
But
say
it,
that.
but
That's
when
how
you
they
think
think.
about it, but when you think about it,
Mhm.
when you see somebody, it's based off of physical attraction.
Pretty much.
And when I approach you, you don't know me from a can of paint. I could be the sweetest person on earth, or I could be The
He
fucking,
just-
that's what I'm saying.
Dang.
I could be a serial killer out here in this bitch.
Oh, no.
But it's based off of physical attraction.
Like
So
Michael
yes,
Myers.
rejection for me means that I don't look the part that you're looking for. And you know something? That's okay. Because again, it goes back to everybody has their preference.
But
It's just it is
But
what it
also
is.
it goes back to how confident are you?
Yeah.
How
I
much do
don't
you
think-
gotta
love
know.
yourself?
But then if you want to get into that,
I don't think girls are
100% it falls
confident.
back on you as a person.
Right.
But also, who have you crossed paths with in your life
That
that
make you
have
feel-
contributed
To make you second guess it.
your self-image and your self-confidence?
Mm.
Now,
Right.
again, I understand 100% it falls back on you, and you have to do the work within
Right.
to find your
Exactly.
self-confidence
All of
if
that,
someone's trying to put you down.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard when it's the same kind of person that you keep meeting
Maybe
in
you
a
gotta change
different
your
body.
standards.
You know what I'm saying?
And that goes to the girls that always complain about like, wow, I always end up with this type of guy, because you're
I
picking
feel
that
like
type
that
of
can
guy
go
all the
both ways
time,
too,
you know.
Though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Females, like a guy can keep running into the same type of female that just is no good for him. And I don't know if it's just the aura of that person or just the type of person that they attract. Like, you know
That's
that
what-
saying,
that's
like,
who they
hurt
attract- that's
souls
what they
attract
attracted
hurt
to.
souls. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
But I
It's-
feel like that whole thing is a whole cycle. I feel
It
like
is.
I feel
You gotta
like
break out of
there's
that.
a good girl, there's a good boy, right? Or a male, female, however you guys
Mm.
want to put it. And then they get with someone, boom, their heart gets broken. Guess what happens? Now they get stronger. They're just like, I'm not gonna let no one else break my heart. You know what I mean? So then they become assholes. And then excuse my language, but then they become assholes, and they're just like, then that's how the cycle all begins. And now it's so hard for leading back to the whole Gen Z thing, is now it's so hard for everyone to find someone, and because of that same reason.
but it's
because
almost like you're putting
everyone's so hurt.
stipulations on your love. You know what I'm saying? Like, your love is coming with a price at this point. That's what it sounds like is happening with this Gen Z
It
dating
is. I
situation.
agree with you on that.
You know, so
Everything
it's like
is
if you
trans-
want to hang out with
Walls
me,
down.
They don't.
but it's like if you want to hang out with me, then
Vulnerability is,
I
like,
need you to
on
cash
top.
at me
Yes,
however much
exactly.
money. Like, is that how this
Yeah.
is going?
Yeah,
Like,
it's every.
if that is the case,
I feel
that
like-
is sad.
Yeah.
That
I mean-
is absolutely sad and despicable, and that is, how are you going to ever give yourself a chance to find true
Love.
love
Right.
if
Yes.
this is what you're doing?
The one
And
that
that's
you
what girls.
deserve.
But that's
I mean,
that's what girls
The
are
one that
doing.
you
Like they not.
deserve.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
'Cause
Like,
there's-
I'm an old school person, and I always say from day one, I was born in the wrong era. I was born in the wrong generation. I want a love like my parents love, and shout out to them because Lord knows they've had their
Shout
ups and
out
downs.
to Jasmine's parents.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
For real.
And
That's so true. I really
You do look up
understand
to
you
that
on
shit.
that.
But I'm
Totally.
saying, like, this is, I never thought I'd really kind of hear the day that people are literally putting a price tag on
They're coochie.
love.
No, yeah,
that's
they are
crazy.
putting
Yeah.
pressure.
That too, like, this
But
is
yeah, they are
sad.
putting a
I'd
price
rather
tag.
But
be
it's because, like you said, and like we were saying before, it's because they don't want to bring that wall down. Because if they bring that wall down,
What wall you
right?
talking about
What-
specifically though?
the love wall, like, you know what I mean? When you give your heart to someone,
And they
Vulnerability.
stomp
There
that
you go.
shit.
There
They
you go.
stomp it.
Y'all are so scared of that.
exactly. Don't be scared.
You can have your preferences, but be honest.
Mhm.
I can appreciate an honest
So you-
asshole.
Exactly.
If you could be like, yo, shorty, I got this one on the roster. You another one, you with it?
Yeah, but you better get me a Chanel bag. Don't play.
I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with that. So don't. You know
I
what
ain't
I'm
gonna
saying?
be number 5, and you not gonna get me a Chanel number 5.
No, I ain't gonna be number one or no. Like you're
Oh
not about
my
to put me in a
gosh.
roster. Like,
I think that's the
That's
other
crazy.
thing is that,
So you-
like, in this conversation, the word love is thrown out a lot.
It
And
is.
that's
And
Like, I love you,
love.
And
like,
it's
you mean
not-
I love you, or
no,
or
just like love. Like, I'm trying to find my love, and this is a guy that with these preferences that I want to love. I think that's another issue because love
Okay.
is such a strong word,
It
so that
sure
when you
is.
go into just meeting somebody or saying hello, and you're like, I think you're my love. Like, you know what I mean? Even if
after
you're
a week of talking or a month.
Okay, so I
You
think-
don't even. My mom is married. I don't even 15 years, 10 years now. I don't know, somewhere in that range.
Wow.
She literally tells me, you are learning the person that you love still every day.
For a fact. But
100%.
nobody wants to take that time to learn.
You grow the rest of your life.
The problem.
Nobody want to take time to
Nobody
learn.
wants to
Everybody
take
just
the
want to
time to
like.
learn.
And
They
your
wanna be
time
famous.
is also on your. It's. I don't know. I don't want to get too deep, but
Go
everybody's
ahead.
path is different.
Mm.
You're learning, like, as where I learned here, you might have learned here. You know what
Word.
I'm saying? And I feel like that's another thing. Y'all are so rushed to do everything on this person's timing and this one. If you pay attention to your own lane, you'll be just fine.
But nobody
But
want to pay attention to their
You're
own
supposed
lane,
to.
though.
I know, and that's a struggle. But you're supposed to like live this life and get the best out of it. Like you're not supposed to be here miserable, trying to figure out, trying to get your heart broken every 3 seconds. Like when you align with what you're supposed to do, I feel like everything just comes as it's supposed to. If you have the patience, you know.
I don't think. Isn't necessarily the patience per se.
You
I
have
think.
to have patience in this life.
I mean, I agree with you. Like you do have to have patience in this life, but I think.
You feel me?
I think.
You gotta have patience.
I think you are definitely right. Everything had happened at a faster rate,
Right.
and like people are like viewing their bodies or their time as transitional, so transactional, right? So,
Honor you. This is the body you live in. Like we all rent in this space as we're
but
here.
everybody's like nowadays is in for the here and now, you know.
I know.
They
but
just want like what they can get right now, and then they think it's gonna like they always gonna be this way. Their body's always gonna
so
stay
check
this
this out.
beautiful.
If you respect yourself, you can respect everybody around you and make a better life for yourself. I feel like people that don't respect themselves, then they be putting themselves in all these different kinds of situations where it's like casual, quick,
But what is
instant gratification. Like
what is self-respect for you? Like
for me personally,
yeah,
honoring the body that you live in. Like this is your home first. You have to take care of you. Make sure
Your
you
temple.
have yourself. Exactly.
But
Your
like-
body is your temple. You feel me? So you're not gonna think so. We're human. We get lusty. We drink. Like we all have our
Word.
vices. You have to use discernment at the end of
How
the
they say
day.
everybody has needs.
Right. You have
Uh-huh.
to use your discernment at the end of the day and make
Somebody.
wise choices for you that respect your temple, your body, yourself. You know.
I mean, but like if you go on social media, you'll see like a lot of people do not respect their body or temple. Like they promote,
don't.
put.
I
And
don't
let
think-
me just
I-
please,
So,
because
like,
I'm getting ready
how-
to speak on this.
So like, how can you
It's
like?
crazy, I know.
Because let me tell you something though. What I don't understand, and I know it's kind of like a cliche or whatever, everybody keeps talking about it, but what I don't understand is why do women demand respect, or you get up on social media talking about, you don't respect me, my mind, blah, 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 but you still continue to move forward in posting photos
half naked.
of yourself still half naked.
And that's what I'm
Okay,
trying to say.
but
Hold,
now-
I got you right now.
There you go.
Cause like
boy.
that's
No,
that's
I
my
mean,
point. It's like how
It's
and then
weird to me.
like you guys like portray an image to the guys, and then when they treat you just the way the image that you guys portray, y'all get upset. It's like
Who's
that's
portraying an
what's
image?
the
Like-
image women are portraying? Or let's
You have to be authentic.
Like
to
being-
you.
being
Because
happy.
I see it from two angles.
like you know what I mean.
I-
Like you see
The angle that I just mentioned.
Like- bugging.
You cannot do
It's
that.
absolutely bugging.
That
Bugging.
Restaurant like barbecue chips.
What in the actual fuck?
Nah, he's
What? Wow.
Yo, I'm dead.
Oh God. My goodness.
All right.
Lord.
Bet. So we're gonna end it off on these 2 points. So I want to talk about how can I say, do Gen Z want to get married at a certain point? And as of right now, it seems as if that like at a certain 80% do want to get married at a certain point. However, another problem is that they try to confine the person into the person that they want them to be. You know what I mean? Like they change
If
them
you're
to
talking
somebody.
about
they
trying
wanna
to
change.
change people,
It's not gonna
that's
work.
not gonna
Wait.
work.
Gen Z does. Wait. Say that again. 'Cause
So-
I got lost.
basically like they see the historical problems within the institution and are ballsy enough to try to fix them in their own way. So like they try to fix their problems in their own way, and it's not necessarily like the solution all the time, which it kind of cause conflict. Like, you know, they just want to just be able to just do what they want to do and
So-
not be told they're wrong.
So they're trying to change themselves or the person they're with.
Both.
Or
It could be
like
both. It
Because,
could be
okay,
either
so,
one of them.
because if it's themselves,
That's one thing.
you know, that's one thing. Like,
do it up, baby. Do it up.
exactly,
But
if
you cannot change another person.
But that's what
you're-
that's what they're doing.
Period.
That's what
Period.
No. That's what they're trying to do.
and that's what
Yeah.
they're not
And it's
doing.
probably not very successful.
No.
Fact. You have to be able to
Because
coexist
out of-
with a person, and if not, that's not your person.
It's not exactly, and
Do
that's
not
it.
even try.
And
to
that's
force
okay. And
Right.
that's okay.
Right.
And you take that loss, you take your lesson learned from that situation, and you keep pushing forward.
it.
I've been
Push
waiting
the
for
beat.
somebody to say the word like compromise, but nobody said it yet.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
no-
there's no compromise. There's no
nobody-
real compromise
no-
nowadays.
But that's a problem. There's always a compromise. If you think that there's no such thing as a compromise, you're so wrong.
Right.
Because when it comes to two people, and if they want to be with each other, or they want to work something out, there's always going to be a compromise.
Right.
I
so
definitely
that
think
too.
that's definitely true. Yeah,
But
that's in any
nobody says that
relationship.
anymore. It's this or that, and it's not black and white.
You,
There's
you,
always compromise.
you know why it is usually like this? Because everybody usually see like the perfect picture on like social media, like not even social media. They see the nice family picture when they come inside, but they don't see what really go behind the scenes. How many tears went down? How many problems? The therapy you guys had to go through.
But isn't
Right.
that? But
Like-
isn't that everyone?
It's everyone, but however, not everyone is not thinking they're gonna run into that problem. You know, they just want what they see, that perfect image. They don't think nothing's gonna happen.
nothing's
or-
but
And
that's
nothing
because
is
that's what-
perfect.
If
Nothing.
it's social media, that's what people portray. On
Right.
social media,
Right.
you can portray whatever you want.
Yeah, you
Like,
have to be real about it.
Exactly. Like you can portray that you do have a perfect family or you're in this perfect relationship, but you know damn well you're not. There's a lot of people out there that are going through so much at home, and on their social media, it's a whole different world, and you
Right.
can do that not just as a family situation or boyfriend. You do that as yourself as well.
Right.
Let me portray this type of lifestyle or this type of person that I am when I'm not. And it's not just being perfect. It can also be a character that you have. Like let's say there's a lot of people that have like a
Alter
like a-
ego.
yeah, like an alter
Okay.
ego that makes them pop in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yo, I'm gonna pop it. But like, you know, back that makes them like, you know, recognized by others and glorified by others that they rather have that than be themselves. You know what I mean?
But do you think that's like a coping mechanism of some sort? Like
No,
to have this alter ego per se, maybe it makes them feel better at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it's something for them that they need at that moment. So
I
they've
think
now
so.
created this alter ego to kind of come along and comfort them in these times of, you know.
Loneliness, yeah.
But why
I
do you
think
have to,
so.
why do you have to do it? Why do you have to create this alter ego when this alter ego it's actually you? So just be you.
Well,
You know what I mean? That's where it comes to be. That's where everything falls back to you fixing yourself.
Well-
you know what I mean?
And not fixing
well,
others.
not
Fixing
Exactly,
yourself
exactly,
and not
because
fixing others.
If you see yourself in a situation of fixing someone else, then you gotta take a step back and be like, if I'm telling them to fix something, that means there's something wrong with me.
well, not necessarily. Like the way that they see it is as if like for example, the pandemic has left a lot of people like in the house. They're like very lonely. They're not really going out as much. They're not meeting as much people out there. So they're looking to other people. Like all you can do is either be on social media or like I don't know what else to do. Like it's just boring. You feel me? And then they have these different groups that have these different like mindsets and opinions, and they gain like cult like audiences, and it causes like these types of problems in the dating like market. You know, like you like for example, like the guys going their own way and stuff. Like a lot of men do not want to start any family. Like they just here just to have fun, smash and dash. And a lot of females, you know, they're like they want the 1%, and they don't understand that like the lifestyle that come with being with the 1%. They're not gonna only be with you, like you know, you're not gonna be only the only girl. And I feel like them like how can I say keep on like bashing the other guys. Now other guys are starting to like how can I say have a
Evolve into
voice.
their own,
Yeah, have a
evolve
voice for
into their own
themselves, and then
identity
yeah,
and doing what they want to do for their own peace. And
exactly.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with that. And I know females out there know, and you girls too know as well, that it's okay to be like that because girls, it's okay for
Just be
females
honest
to be
about it.
like that. But it's like Jasmine just said,
You can't
be honest about everything.
Yeah.
Don't go into someone or start talking to someone making them seem like it's gonna be a relationship or it's gonna go towards a relationship when you're doing whatever you want.
Right.
Just be like, hey, I don't wanna do a relationship, I don't wanna do this. Then you guys focus from there because I know there's people out there that even though they're being transparent like that, they
Taking advantage.
know either the male or the female still wanna stay.
And that's
And they
that's
still
their
wanna see it, but
decision.
That's what I was gonna get to.
That is
exactly.
their choice.
It's their choice to be
She
in that
like, nah.
situation. It's their decision to be in that situation, and that's it. Then at the end of the day, don't start crying.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what
Because
I mean?
that
not
person was
fair.
upfront and honest with you from the beginning. So you
Right.
cannot sit there and hold that against that person when they start to act up or they get tired of you for whatever reason.
And
Like,
let me actually take
it is
that
what
back
it
about the
is.
whole crying situation because it's okay, let your emotions out. But just once you let all those emotions out,
Snap
and
back.
you need to exactly snap back and be like, listen, now I know this is a learning experience. Now I know that when someone's being so upfront with me and transparent, I need to know that like let me block it a little bit.
Right.
Let me not get my heart too involved. Or
But
maybe
see-
just not even do anything.
now that kind of circles back to the point of like trying to change or fix the situation because maybe a person is being so upfront with you, but maybe you feel like
I
you
could
like
change
that
their
person
mind. I
that
can change
much.
their mind.
Yep,
I
that
see a
you
lot
could
of
change
girls-
their
I see a
mind.
lot of girls do-
Someone's mind.
I mean, a lot of
I
girls
mean, I'm
do
not
it
saying
though.
that I
Okay.
want to change someone's
But I
mind,
feel
but
But
like
you
a
can
lot of girls
try.
do it.
Right.
A lot
Like
of
that's
girls
the
usually do
the
it.
the concept. Like let's say, you know, I meet a young man and he says, I'm just looking for fun, whatever, nothing, no
Yeah.
strings attached. And I say, okay, cool. And then I act like I'm okay with that.
But really, you're not.
You're
Right.
not.
And you
And then
try
as
to change
time
them.
goes
Invested.
further, I become more emotionally attached to this person.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, for them, it's still no strings attached. But I'm thinking in my mind, maybe the more time we spend together, he'll change his mind. And especially because my feelings are starting to grow, so maybe I can get his feelings to start to grow.
Mm.
But why get
And you
yourself?
can't-
Why get
Sometimes
yourself
the
in that
man-
situation?
There
Sometimes
are
the man
a
at that
lot.
point will just milk it.
Yeah.
Because he likes
'Cause
how
he- and
he's
he
getting.
know-
He's getting wifey
Yep.
treatment. She's doing what she's doing what I want.
Yeah, but then at the end of the day now, when
and he gives
when
this
he,
much, and she's like, hope.
yeah,
And keeps going.
but
Word.
why would you want to be put yourself in that
You
situation?
get tired.
You
of
would
him
be
pulling
You
out
know
so
that magic.
surprised.
Yeah, but then you're hurt at the end.
Right.
You get hurt, and it's like, why do you? Maybe I feel y'all in the Gen Z situation. Like I
Right.
wouldn't personally be that invested into someone
No.
because
It's not worth it.
it's exactly
It's
it's
not.
not worth it to be like I have hope. I have hope.
Right.
I'm tired of hope because
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
shown
Show me
so many,
something.
you have had so many people throughout your life and your journey giving them hope and giving them chances that it's like I don't want to after the first try and you deaded it. I'm sorry. I'm
Right.
like I love you or I care about you and everything, but I cannot do this to myself because at the end of the day, and I want all you guys. This is me focusing on you guys. I want all you guys to understand that you need to love yourself first.
Yes.
Before
Yes.
you go and love someone else.
Yes.
Because
That
if
does
you
play
don't
a role.
love yourself or find peace yourself,
Or-
within yourself, then I'm sorry, you're never gonna find that person that you want to find in your life?
Ever.
Like,
And I think
and that's
that's
something
like,
that I have learned. Tell
that
me.
is the bottom line.
It
That is
is.
the absolute bottom line.
Okay.
So I know for myself,
You.
I've gone through a lot. I just recently had surgery. My emotions were all over the place, up and down, crying every day. That basically felt like I hit rock bottom.
And
So
you back now, you know.
yes, but you know what? The man upstairs helped me.
Amen.
Straight up, like through my own mother couldn't help me. Like my own mother couldn't
That's
keep
God
the
right
tears from
there.
coming from my eyes. So I just get very passionate about it. But one thing that I can say that I took from that situation is I have started doing like devotional studies, and I'm more in my scriptures every day, and that has helped me
That's
to remain
beautiful.
positive.
Right.
It's helped me to
Okay.
remain upbeat and
That
uplifted,
matters.
even working a stressful job.
Yeah.
People, you know,
And that matters.
it's absolutely crazy. But one of the realizations that I came to is you absolutely have to look within yourself and get yourself straight. However you choose to go about it, however whoever you look up to, whatever, whether it's God, whoever, if you have a person in your life that you can
But
look
not
up
ju-
to.
But not just that. They can also do it like if you're interested in painting, if that's something that's
Exactly.
like your passion or whatever that
Exactly.
you do. Read a book.
That's
Something
exactly
that brings you peace.
Exactly. But whatever it is that brings you that peace, take that and use that to strengthen yourself and uplift yourself and get yourself straight, because if you cannot do that, then you will never be good for anybody else.
Yes.
And I think that is something that a lot of people don't think about. They want the instant family. They
Yeah,
want the
yeah.
instant gratification,
That's
and
right.
that's
Yeah,
just
And that's
not.
why they start,
There's
and that's
no
why they
Yes.
longevity in that.
No,
And
it's
that's why
not.
they start so young.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of people are like, oh my God, I don't want to be 30 and have a kid.
Exactly.
And they're like, I want to be a young parent.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, it's not about how you look when your kid's 18 so you can go clubbing with them.
Right.
It's not
Right.
about that. When you, when you have a
Name dropping
I wish I would have
hard.
seen Shari out there at the club. Okay.
if you
No,
if
no.
you guys have a kid, when you guys have your kid, what you want is the best for
them,
your
yeah.
kid.
Right.
You're not gonna be here to be like, yo, I'm about to roll up with my kid.
Oh,
it's,
no.
Yeah.
it's not about that. Your whole life changes. I do not have kids personally, but by
Me
me
neither.
looking and experiencing different things with other people that do have kids or have, had miscarriages, and all the expectations they had, I learned from all that. And when you do have a child, that your perspective of life is different because you
Yeah.
start seeing, and which kind of sucks, because you start seeing your life through your kids' eyes. Like, you know what I mean? You want them to do this, you want them to do that, but it's like at the same time, be a good parent, the best you can be, because at the end of the day, you could be the best parent as you can be. But they're gonna pick their own
Own path and choice.
Right.
Is that what
their own route,
is that what younger
like generation.
generation shows? Because I feel like millennial generation or whatever you want to call it, they're
Yeah.
just waiting longer to have children. So having kids like in their mid 30s is not a weird thing. Are generations like below us wanting to have kids that are younger, like when they're
Well,
younger?
Yeah, that's one of the things I noticed too. Like a lot of like
Because I'm whatever, almost 30, but
Girl, you wet?
yeah.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You look like you was my age.
No, I'm almost
But younger.
Yeah, I'm like I have 6 months left and then I'll be 30.
Oh my
But-
God.
Yeah.
big 30 in the valley.
Yeah, so I don't feel like I'm ready to have kids just yet. And I know that not everyone else, but a lot of people in my generation maybe are waiting to have kids until like their mid 30s. So I think it's weird that you're mentioning that younger people are wanting to have kids when they're younger, because I feel like for my generation it's not
I don't
that.
think they want to have kids when they're young.
they
I think
want-
I don't
I
think.
want to be
I mean,
financially
they
stable,
are-
I mean,
so
that's
I can care for
definitely a
that.
very
No,
big.
I don't think they want to
aspect.
get. I don't think they want to get
Aspect.
have kids when they're younger
Kids are
per se. I mean, it happens.
I have so many little
I think they want to
cousins.
get
I've
like
seen my
they want to have kids like at an older age, and it cause a problem because you have like certain like females that just want to have like kids But by the time they want, like, they realize they want to have a family or have kids, it's already too late. Like, the guy that was trying to have kids or raise a family with her is already gone, you know?
Well, if
Because she
you put
already
it-
chased her career and stuff like that.
if
You know,
put it
that's
to
the
what-
problem.
If you, I'm sorry for interrupting.
Mhm.
If you put it to what Emily just said, to like kind of like answer that maybe,
Good.
it's like millennials. It's just that we're always looking for like the right moment,
Mm-hmm.
and
And there
tell me,
is no
and
right
there's
moment.
never a
There's
right
never a right
moment.
There
moment.
is no.
You know what I
right
mean?
moment.
And now and then with the Gen Z group, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're more generation. Let's correct me, girl. Pounds it. I love one thing.
Vida
No,
Ice,
off topic,
nice.
but I love when people correct me because it makes me a better person because then I get more educated.
Right.
But like the Gen Z situation, they're very
Whatever
they-
happens,
whatever
happens.
exactly.
In the moment.
They're more like, oh my
So-
my
so-
best friend just had a baby. Like, what am I doing with my life? And what is this? What is that? A lot of them do that. I'm not saying all of you guys do that. I'm not saying that, and not all millennials wait until the right moment either. But I'm just saying that most of us either are waiting for the right moment when there's never gonna be a right moment.
Is it because of the fear of, like, commitment or being labeled?
I think that has something to do with it.
Yo, that's a good one.
Matt,
That's
I
a good
really
one.
do think it has something
yeah,
to do
your
with it.
generation is so scared of vulnerability.
I just don't
honesty,
understand why.
commitment. They
Like,
don't believe
why?
in marriage.
Well,
That's what I wanna know,
it's
why?
that-
Because
you
you
know
got
what?
things to lose. They feel like they have a lot of things to lose.
What do they have?
Because-
Like what?
They
Like
don't
I got my own. What is it
Not
that you feel you
necessarily.
have to
Whoa,
lose?
whoa, whoa,
Jasmine,
whoa, whoa,
Jasmine,
listen, that's for you though, because you gotta think
Yeah.
about it. You gotta think about it. Majority of the divorce rates are being filed by females in this generation.
Oh, for real?
Yes, for
Well,
real.
that-
For real?
Yes, for real. So,
Yeah,
like,
because
there's
they're
a lot
tired of
stake to
men's
lose.
shit, so they're like, bye.
You
So
think-
they're
you
like,
think that's what
bye.
it is,
But can
though?
I tell you something about that? We
What?
never said- Wait, hold on.
But what's the issue? What men? When you say that, what do you mean? You gotta be specific. Go ahead.
So okay, so I'm
Go
not
ahead.
trying to be like I'm not trying to be feminist or anything, but like
Uh-huh.
just like women have come a really long way
Sure enough.
with their movement. You know,
Okay.
they've become much more educated. They're making the same or trying to make the same, or sometimes make more than men do. And when they
That's good for
see,
them.
and people,
Women need that credit. I like that.
but like
For real.
also when you start a relationship, I think what ends up happening is some people get into a relationship when they're young, right? So they're helping each other grow, which is a great thing. Sometimes people grow out of love, and that's fine. But
Because
another
it's already
thing,
so young.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
the other thing is that if there's a heterosexual couple, we'll say, right, and then they kind of start off at the same kind of level, and a woman continues with her education and she surpasses, right, and then she's like, I might have outgrown this man because he kind of stops growing, and maybe he's just not putting into the relationship as much as I feel like I'm putting into the
And
relationship.
that's not, I don't
And-
feel like
So-
that's
so
as
I-
much as love.
Right.
But it has
you
nothing to do
started
with
off
love
with
necessarily.
love.
It's
And
not.
then at what point does
but-
it just turn into like companionship?
It's not
Just
even
someone
love
being
necessarily.
there, you know
It's
what I mean?
love is something that you have to work at. You're not gonna be in
Exactly.
love like
Immediately.
I mean, you're not gonna be in love how you're in love in the beginning.
Right.
Right.
And maybe that's another thing. People have that that misconception that you're gonna be in love like how you're in love the first 2, 3,
No,
5
not
years.
Yeah, but
yes,
that-
like you
let-
have definitely put a lot of work into
to
it.
answer that, I know that like you always have to work. Even if you're married to
Choose it
someone,
every
you
day.
always have to like keep that spark
Definitely.
Yeah.
sparking. You know what I mean? But I don't.
You have to choose something like that every single day and work at it every single day and know that that's the person. At that point, when you're in disagreement, right, you have to be able to look at the person next to you and go, okay, but I still love you, but like we're gonna try to compromise.
But if you don't compromise, and that's what I'm saying, maybe that's why women are filing more for divorce, is that because women are waiting for a compromise and maybe they're just not getting it. So
You know
women,
what it is.
But
women don't have to be stuck.
How about if
in
they
a
I
marriage.
mean, I don't think-
How about if they are getting it?
I mean, they
You
are.
know
They,
what it
no.
is?
I can't say you can't necessarily say that the women are not getting compromised
Exactly.
because you gotta be serious. They decide who they're gonna. At the end of the day, they pick who they're going to like get married to,
But people
who they
change
gonna
as
sleep
they
with,
people
who's gonna
change
have
as they
their
get
kids
older.
with.
People do change.
I think
People do
that
change, but
You
they
can
have
marry
they
somebody
have
that's
they
loyal, and then like later on they get bored and they start looking elsewhere. You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
it
that
really
can happen
it
too.
mostly happen with females because like the
And
guy
if you
emotion
wanna
just
deal with that,
changes.
like no woman should, then
Yeah,
I
but
think
feelings
though
just changes.
also it has a lot to do with when people stop putting the effort in.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. If
When
you
you
don't
stop
compromise,
putting that
it's a
effort,
choice.
it's going to be a
Then
problem.
then that means that whatever you were feeling in the beginning is going away. and
Right.
That's a problem.
And you know what?
Because you-
Sometimes feelings disappear, and there's really no explanation for it. You could just kind of find yourself transitioning from, wow, I really was in love with this person, to, you know, I kind of just don't have those feelings, or like I feel like I'm just like laying next to my friend. You know what I'm
But do
saying?
you
Like,
think that's where
you
the-
may not
the-
have those, you may transition into having feelings like those, and it's just, that can happen.
but you have to bring it back. Like if you're married with somebody and then you get into a routine because like let's be real, life happens, schedules,
Yes.
you get
Yeah, like-
tired,
like-
all this stuff.
Like
but
as Alice just said before, that she said that what her mom said, that even though you're married with someone and
You're
you're
always
still,
learning.
you're still
them
always
every
learning them,
single day.
but it has to be something from both sides.
Right.
You love each other.
And it's not, and I don't see it as compromise. I see it as you put in your input, I put my input, and then let's
Let's balance it
repeat
out.
and
work
work
around it.
Alright,
Yeah.
balance it out.
Exactly. There you go.
So okay, so if they're not putting in, let's say the man or the woman, whoever's not putting in
Yeah,
enough
yeah,
effort,
exactly.
then someone's gonna get tired at some point, and that's why divorces happen. They just don't see eye to eye anymore.
because they don't want to work at it no more, because people just be
Because
like, you know
what
what,
if-
I'm gonna get out
It's
of
so
it with someone
easy.
else.
What if, and
Plus
what
it's
if
so
they're
easy to
learning,
pick up and leave,
since
too.
you're constantly
Yeah,
learning about
that's
Plus,
someone.
plus
Yeah.
another point is it's so easy to pick up and leave, and then
Exactly.
on top of that too,
It's
there
easy
are
to put.
statistics
Well, I think
shows that like once you like
But
get your
it's
first
easy
divorce,
to
you can
leave up until a
get another
certain
one.
point, though. Like once you start having like other things involved,
like,
like
when you're
kids,
when you're
Not
married,
necessarily.
assets,
No, let me
like
tell you
that
something.
could be a little more
That's,
messy.
no, it doesn't have to be
Yeah.
messy.
It doesn't have to be.
Because
But it can
it's
be.
But it
messy
can
if the
be.
if the people, if whoever it is,
Yeah.
wants to make it messy. But honestly, if you're with someone that's willing to be like, all right,
Just co-parent.
understand,
Just do it.
co-parent 50-50, everything 50-50.
Yeah.
That's
That is
understandable.
the
But
ideal
nowadays-
situation.
Nowadays, and now I get where you're coming
Yeah.
from with the whole divorce thing.
Yeah.
There's no one for no one in this world.
Yeah,
It's a
no.
dog eat
Everyone
dog world.
is just
It's,
like,
you know,
oh, you got
it's
yourself into it.
It's
See-
over.
See your way out of it.
And that's
yourself.
why they're afraid of labeling, like looking a certain type of way, going through different type of situations to like bring this all together and wrap it up. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like that's the main problem. Any like conclusion statements you guys have?
It's just so much. It's just so much. Things have changed
Then this could be
so
like a
drastically.
three-part saga.
Well, like,
You wanna do a
We
3
had
point?
This is
Alright, this is
great.
part 1.
we might have to
We
come back to
have
it
to
'cause
come
it's
back
a
to
lot.
this one.
I know y'all
Yeah.
Gen Zers. I can't keep up. Like
But you know what it
Stay
Yeah,
is?
we
in
should
my
start doing
bubble.
this like debates, like come up with different things we want to talk about, and then like come together throughout the week
Yeah,
and just
I
debate.
mean,
That'd be pretty cool.
that would be.
Word.
That's crazy.
You already
I
know.
can't even believe that.
But like, dang, that was an interesting topic though.
Like,
And I don't know, I feel like that.
I feel like Gen Z. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go
I
ahead,
feel
go
like
ahead.
I understand where you're coming from without you even talking.
Mhm.
I feel like the Gen Z generation, y'all very free. Y'all lived a different life
Yeah.
that we have lived. And I'm even gonna include you too, because
Yeah.
even though let's say you're part of the Gen Z generation,
Mhm.
the way you were raised here in your household
Yeah.
is different, because a lot of y'all were raised to a lot of yeses and not a lot of no's.
right.
A lot of y'all were raised to more freedom than
Yeah, pretty
what
much.
we had. We had to learn about self-respect. If you're a woman, if you let your hair touch, that means you're gonna let someone's gonna touch your coochie. You remember that? Like
Oh,
when your
shit,
mom,
what?
when your mom, you guys never heard that?
Nah, I don't know what you're
So
talking
Nah,
about.
B,
No,
nah.
No, let me.
Uh,
He's trying to say the metaphor.
No,
And then it
it's a
came out of
metaphor.
Sherry's mouth.
It's a
No.
metaphor. I'm Dominican, and whoever's
Having
Dominican
crazy
out there,
memories.
y'all do know that our parents, your mom, been telling you, if you let that man touch your hair or touch your breast, that is the key to your coochie and your cookie.
Wow.
Y'all know I'm right, and it's the truth. And that's the stuff that we were taught, and a lot of them weren't taught. You know, because our parents are more like tired of raising. You know what I mean? They're there for you and stuff, but they let you to do more than what they did to us. You know what I mean?
We had curfews. We had a lot more
Curfews?
rules.
Like,
I
oh man, they
definitely
bringing the
did.
curfews.
I
in
mean,
there.
I had a good childhood.
Me too. I'm not gonna complain.
And
I had
Straight
curfew.
top.
I didn't really have curfew. Curfew I didn't really have, but like.
how the hell did we get to talking about curfew?
I don't even know.
I don't know. We go on tangents.
No,
Let's
no,
go
no,
on
it's
tangents.
not about that. It's not about curfew. It's about the difference between
Wait,
millennials and Gen Z. That's what I'm saying. This is why
Yes.
they act the way they
Are we
act.
still going?
Nah, we go.
Yeah?
We gonna make this.
I wanna get the
This
chips,
too
I'm not
much
gonna
heat.
lie.
This too much heat. We gonna make it into like a 3-part series. But you know, I think everybody on the panel that came on, you feel me? They shared their input. It was
Been
some
real,
heat.
y'all.
You know,
Been real.
if I don't stop it now, it's not gonna ever stop. As you can see, it's like it's straight. Oh man, somebody head gonna get cut up in here. But you know, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and you know, I'll see you on the other one. You feel me? We got this.